Hello guys, we're back with Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. This is episode 6, I believe. I also want to point out that within the mail, well no, within the files, I believe, there was one of these. Yeah, right here. Oh no, that's not it. Tower keys. 1 gear. 2:40 clock time. So I'm wondering if at 2:40, which that's in 2 hours, 221, a 3-digit number combination somewhere. Key pair 2 boat, key pair 3 spaceship, and key pair 4. Alright. So it wanted 221. Is there any of them with the 221? I'm sure there's some sort of lore to that. I'll get to that later. I'm gonna try to get the poems all finished up. And by, because I think I left off in Sunday now. Alright, the volume on this seems kind of low. I'm gonna run the thing up on my headset a little bit higher. Alright, we're gonna load game. Alright, we are at 7:40. Alright. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. Alright, so this isn't the bad part yet. I head to the bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Carl. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she'd had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I ended up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sora had already left by the time we decided the last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. But what about you? This music right here reminds me so much of the music that kind of plays in Firewatch in the background. Or kind of, I don't know. I think it's Firewatch. Firewatch has like some really settling music, I think, as you play the game. It reminds me. I don't know. Maybe it's not Firewatch. Maybe it's a different game. I don't remember. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiled, shaking her head. That's no good, Carl. Eh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings. If I didn't make that stupid mistake, you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori. I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. Tell me already. I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Carl. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're just going to make me say it, aren't you, Carl? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I have really bad depression my whole life. Ah, poor Sayori. That's horrible. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. That is horrible. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Oh my god, bro, you're not worthless, and you're in this cool game. But, in a way, they do kill you off. I wish it was in a different game. Honestly. What reason is there to do anything when I know... I read that. Why go to school? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without anyone worrying about me. Bro, I feel bad for her. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Eh? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. There's certain things you just don't say in these moments, dude. And that's just... You shouldn't have said that. I would have been like, I just wish you would have told me, because I would have tried. You know? But I wouldn't say something like that. It feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. You haven't been betrayed, bro. She just wants you to be happy. And she needs help, and should tell you, so... Be like, well, you should have told me though, because it makes me happy to see you alive, you know? That's what I would say. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Okay, that's a good one to say. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would try a little harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand it at all, Carl. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. Like I have anything important to do. That'd be my reply to that. Like I have anything important to do. I'd be like, keeping a friend is very important to me. I'm like, well, you're important to me. What do you mean? I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes. It also feels like a bat being swung against my head. Reminds me of me and her a love story. Where Miyuki beats the shit out of you with a bat. Alright, let's keep going. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sari. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you, stop hurting. That's what I'll do. No, Carl. There's nothing. Nothing at all. Have helped as if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. Everything's not gonna be like it was, but you can't live in the past either, bro. Finally showed you what a horrible person I am. You're not selfish either. Like I mean, being like having those same like how things used to be. As you find yourself growing older, like you'll notice that you'll miss those days too when you wanted to be something else. You know? I guarantee 20 years from now, what I'm not thankful for right now, in 20 years from now, I'll realize, well, hey, dang, bro, I wish I was back there. But then as life keeps going, I'll realize, I'm kind of thankful for what happened. It just makes you grow as a person. So, that's what I have to say. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sailor's face. Okay, before you stop. This is horrible. It's so sad. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. No, you were not selfish, bro. I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here, and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. Bro, you didn't hurt the protagonist. It's gonna hurt him more when you're, like, find yourself in your room, dead, in the next scene. That's what's gonna upset the protagonist right there. That's all I am. That's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. No, you don't. Not thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulder. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Aww. Carl? Sayori? I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Carl? Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain on her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Carl. Sayori barely manages to speak in between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. What I want is for her to know that I care. If you can have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. He shouldn't have said that. I'd have been like, you're not selfish, bro. Just something, change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. Okay, first of all, bro, don't be saying that. It's just... I'm like, please tell me, and I'll do anything in my power to help you, because I care about you, and it would be very horrifying if you were gone. Gone. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally pulls her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Carl. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. Okay, that's sad. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah? It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How could you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want, I promise. I think that would be nice then, yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. Why? Like, bro, you think the main character wouldn't forgive himself to find you in your room hanging? Like, I don't know. I mean, I know that's gonna happen, but like, you could never, like, that's something you could never forgive yourself, because you just, like, you feel like you could always have done something. And you could. And then you'd live with that the rest of your life, and, like, it's just something horrible to put onto someone else. I'm not saying that in, like, a bad way, but, I mean, people care about you, and it just makes them really sad. Which, this is a fictional character, by the way, like, but in real life, it will much more harder. It's almost time for you to meet me in my house. At least you want to come along and help out. I feel like it would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I would tell her, yeah, you should come over and hang out. Like, you can still do the thing with Monica. You don't hang out, you don't have fun. I'm sorry. I don't know if it would be very good for me today. You understand, right? Kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. Yeah. Like, real life. Bro, I wouldn't have done anything this character did. I would have stayed. You know? I'm like, hey bro, you clearly need some help. Like, you know? Clearly. And I'm like, and I mean, being gone, I would not like that. So I'm gonna be staying here with you. We're gonna have some fun, probably watch some movies. I don't know, play Doki Doki Literature Club. Even though it's probably not the game to play if a person had that type of moment, but on the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to stop thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Ah, thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would rest assured and hurried more on my way home. Ah, I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It makes sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. Alright. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. This game's about to get really weird. I'm sure they'll be fine. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so... That's very considerate of you to do. Oh, no. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. What you hiding in the desk drawer, pal? What you hiding in there, boy? I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if she's making sure she's keeping she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help me with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles? I don't know what those are. Oh, wow. I don't know you plan on taking it that far. Of course. I want to take our guests to a faraway place, although many will stop by just out of curiosity and for cupcakes, I guess. I am determined to provide an experience that leaves them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax? I brought some things for... I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah, like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a knife and then threatens to mug me. Okay, that's not the actual part of the story. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I'm planning to come over the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's that wood thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Is that so? Why would I? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes a cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. Just a moment, a thin ray of vapors begins to sprout through a small hole in the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I choose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel the flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Is that stuff that she's using when she goes stabby stabby later? Is that what Monica secretly runs perfume through the classroom or something? All the aromatherapy. Don't you think that will be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches in her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, you origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have been over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut out pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. And then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some people to peek inside. That's really creative. I didn't know you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. Yuri giggles. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Carl. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Oh, alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well... Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know. You promise you won't be weirded out? Yeah, I promise. Alright. Thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. She's psychotic. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. I mean, the knife collection isn't that bad, I guess. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you are about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Sorry, this is a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where'd you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Carl! Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. Okay. The knife is that sharp. That's not a good sign. It's my fault. I should have warned you. The knife is extremely sharp. It could cut through skin like it's paper. Yuri! That's a weird... Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. Ah! She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. That's weird. I feel her tongue cool around my finger. That would be interesting. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand out back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri? That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Sure was a little weird, and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Carl! Did you really just do that? Now we're even. This is amazing. Really weird, but kind of funny. Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. Sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird. Yuri giggles shyly. Eh? Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. There's something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Oh, that's right. One of the items Yuri has asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. You mind fetching this for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups up too much, it'll be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. That's a strange detail. There's theories that she cuts herself, her wrist or whatever. That kind of does confirm it. Oh, nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or something? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium in front of the classroom. What are you going to write? Well, it would be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After laying out the banner, Yuri and I kneeled on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes It makes things feel a little bit nicer. Aw. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Aw. Is this so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games. We're simply sharing the experience of someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I know you understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush. I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Ah, your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I actually got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I damp it with hot water. Into my room and I kneel back down in front of her. Here. Okay, this is adorable. Mastered that. Like, that's so pretty. She looks adorable. Here. I pat on Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Aww. Is something wrong? It's hot, I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Eh? Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. Aww. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I can recognize from when she reads her books. Aww. Almost as if she's lost in daze and enveloped by her own thoughts. Alright, this is adorable. She breathes gently, slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. I've been a little lightheaded today. Wait, hold up. I didn't see that. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I easily retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish feeling the night sky and white dots that looks like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here than you have it bring in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more of us to do here. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was it wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? Oh no, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Oh. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself, I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. Probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all the things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounds like she really gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk out the front door. Thank you for very much for having me today. No problem, I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, I kind of say this without thinking. About today, it's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. If you want, you can come over, or we can go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out that much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so. You're very thoughtful, Carl. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kinda like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Eh? Ah. Hi, Carl. Sayori. Just now we weren't... It's okay, Carl. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori? No, you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come over here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri. And how close you got to her. Aw. It makes me really happy. Okay. I could tell that she likes the protagonist. Clearly. Makes me happy. We made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. This way, Carl. I'm supposed to be happy. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Carl. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica is a shady character. Shady little bitch. I wonder, did Monica tell her to kill herself? Monica was right about what? Sayori? Why say before it's true? I'm not gonna let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm willing to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But, Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder and reassure her. I'm scared, Carl. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Carl? I like you so much that I want to die. Okay. Monica's crazy. That's how I feel. And then... That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Remember how I said I always know what's best for you? You still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. If you don't understand all your own feelings, I know that you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give you. Sayori, I love you. You'll be my friend. This is such a hard one to pick. It doesn't matter, but I would say I love you in this moment. Love you? Eh? Those are my true feelings. There's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. Time with everyone at the club. Okay, okay. I wouldn't say it like that, though. Like, you're an amazing friend, and no. Spending time with everyone in the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day helped me realize that you truly are the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens, as long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side. And I'll know we'll both be happy. Carl? Suddenly, Sari wraps her arms tightly around me. Carl? Is this really okay? Yeah? I hold Sari in my arms and pull her closer. You never have to let go of me again. I love you, Carl. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me, but why? Even now, why don't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away, Carl. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. No matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. Aww. That's I know. I trust you. Sarah and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it's always been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I can handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go out at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Carl. So he gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Eh? I don't really understand what Sarah means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sarah? I don't know. I understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. But that's why I trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feeling as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me. I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. Alright, I'm gonna have to stop